Well, hello there, Magic Monsters. Welcome to the stream. This is messed up again because I moved it and I took it back. Woo! So why are we streaming today? Well, because I felt like it. First of all, I've got the day off of work, so that's something. I took 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday, after GDC, assuming I'd feel a little under the weather. And yeah, I have a little under the weather. Not so bad, though, and I don't have COVID like last year. Acreage. Yeah, acreage would be cool without an HOA. I got a message from my HOA, my lovely, friendly HOA. Oh, it's over there, so I won't bring it over. But it basically said your grass is too long. I have a tiny ass amount of grass. It's literally like 6 feet by 6 feet. You can't even call it grass, but it was nice and lush. It was growing. The problem is that I don't mow it. That's the problem. I have a push mower that's just like one of those mechanical things. It doesn't do a very good job though because I constantly don't mow it. Anyways, they sent me a little mail. That's what I get for my HOA fees. Some dude driving around in a car taking pictures of people's houses to tell them that their lawn is too long. Also, I did my taxes today. Did my taxes, or at least I sent my taxes to the tax guy. My tax guy, by the way, is an Infinity PBR email subscriber. That's how I met him. I got an auto reply from one of my emails, and it said taxes, and I was like, ooh, I need one of those now. I need a new one. So there you go. See, subscribing to my emails can bring you new clients for your business. So if you haven't subscribed, go to my website, infinitypbr.com, and subscribe. You want to see all the cool stuff I've been working on? Oh, boy. Let me see. Let me make sure. Oh, this is in the right spot already. Nice. Okay. I guess it could be made a little bit lower. Where are we? Yeah. All right. All right. So, first of all, is there anybody here? Nobody's chatted yet, so I could be talking to myself, which I do normally, but okay with it when it's by myself. But when I think there might be somebody else there and I'm talking to myself, then it's weird. Don't forget to like and subscribe and say hello in the chat because just to let me know that somebody is here. Let me see, because my thing doesn't tell me who's here. Uh-oh. Audio. One watching now. It could just be me. I mean, it's the middle of the day for almost everybody in the US and Europe. I don't know. You're probably out partying. Partying in Europe. All right, so this is what I've been doing. I've been making this custom inspector for the projectiles and the whole projectile factory. So this is the projectiles itself. Each one of these will have a custom inspector where you can get the projectile data. Now this is actually the data on this object right here, but I expose it here. So if you change it here, it actually changes it over here, but that makes it a little easier to see it. And you can also make a copy. So if you click this button, you can make a copy of it. So if you do want to change the data, but just for this one projectile, just click this, make a copy, name it, click OK. It'll create the copy down here. It'll add the copy here and remove this one, and then you can edit it without affecting all the other projectiles. So that's a nice little trick. And you got our spawn behavior. Same thing here. You can make a copy. You can choose all the different spawn behaviors that are already set, and then you can edit the details here. Now these details are affecting the scriptable object. There are a couple things that aren't supported in this view. I'm basically just doing the basics, and these ones, I forget why, but I think they're like enums and stuff, so they're not supported as now. Maybe I'll figure out how to do that later, but it wasn't on my priority list. And then spawn modifications, and this one's neat because you can have as many spawn modifications as you want. You can select from the list here and just add them. Or you can delete them, or you can search for them here, and you can search. So if you're specifically looking for sci-fi, then you can just do a search field and then look for the one you want, and then add it, and then you can rearrange them and all that. The order does matter. They get called in the order, so it doesn't always matter actually, but there you go. So again, you can replace these with a copy. They also have an icon here to expose their things. So these all have an icon along with a short internal description that describes it. Hello, Chris Baker. How are you? And again, if you change these, it affects the scriptable object itself. So anything with the seeker muzzle will be affected by this. But if you want to change only this one, and you can replace with a copy and then affect it. And this would be the only one that has on it. What's neat is that these... Oh, no. Oh, I haven't updated this one yet. Which one have I... Oh, this is behaviors. Let me go back. All right. So then the behaviors also have icons. I've been making little icons in the AI. And this one doesn't have an internal string yet because I haven't updated it yet. But it's really easy to do that. Let's just do that now since I spawn projectiles. So projectile behavior, internal description. So you just copy this there. These are virtual strings. So if I go here, this is all I have to do to make that work. Do the description. Let the AI tell me what it is. Spawns a projectile at set interval. Yep. And we'll keep gear for that. Actually, create, I think, was create the one. I don't know. That might not be it. It'll show up here if it's correct. Right. I don't think it's create. No, it's not create. Also, this doesn't seem to have updated its... Oh, this is supposed to be override. I copied it from the original. But where's my icons? Right here. Oops. It's not create. Is it create? Create object. Close. Create object. So I've been using that for anything that spawns a thing. Okay, there we go. So so this is just the default inspector down here. I didn't want to make a custom inspector for all of this stuff because there's too many variables and variety of different things. But I did add on top of it, all of the behaviors now have a nice little thing at the top that will let you click it. It will let you click all the ones that it's attached to. You can close that if you want, and it gives you the description. So for ones that do have a description, it'll have the description up there, and then I'll tell you how many projectiles it's used in. And you can see like in one of these in destroy, there's a destroy one that has a whole bunch of uses, like over 100 uses. Yeah, this one. Destroy on trigger or collision, which is the basic, right? It's the basic thing. It's used on a whole bunch of projectiles. But it just gives you a sense of like, you know, which one you're using and all that stuff. But you can adjust the things here. Yeah, so we'll just go select one of these. And so then you've got the options as well. We've got the factory manager. Usually you want to register with the factory manager. You don't have to. Same with the object pooling. Usually you probably want to use the object pooling. Also trajectory. That's what I was working on last night. I'll show you that in a second. So the projectile spawner will have its default trajectory. But each projectile can override that. So in this scene, this is actually the Forge 3D scene. So we've got the like the flamethrower is using the forward line 3 meter red trajectory. I think I might make this expandable or not. I don't know. And then you've got these options. Yeah, you can override the collision mask. Each projectile spawner has a collision mask, but each individual object can override that if you really want to. You don't. Most of the time you wouldn't. I wouldn't expect. And this is the projectile spawner. Same thing, default inspector, but I just add the docs and tutorial to the top just so there's a clicky link to the documentation, which I've been slowly populating. I also updated it so that the spawn points are now keep their own rotating, tilting, transform, so that if you have spawn points, like let's say you have a castle or a giant battleship and the projectiles are all, you know, you want one projectile spawner to control all the different spawn points, you can have different rotating, tilting, transforms for each. In this case, they're the same, but then the sockets are different for the, not sockets, the spawn positions. So did that. Here's all our projectiles. Here's all our observers. That these observers will be added to every single one. But this is in this example, basically, this is a demo actor observer, and it does a thing. What does it? I have to populate this still, but yeah, it inherits from Projectile Observer. So basically, it handles what happens with the actor. This is like your custom script. Ultimately, you'll have to make your own custom script because I don't know how your game operates. But it's how the actor class, which is a thing with hit points and that does damage and moves around or whatever in your game, that's how you connect the two with an observer that observes the projectile. So there you go. So let's press play, and I'll show you the trajectory. So this one has 2 barrels. So the default trajectory of this is just one thing from each barrel, and you can actually see how the aiming is not quite what you think it is. When you're using it and just looking at the 2 barrels, it kind of feels like you're moving around and it's pointing where your mouse is, but it's not quite. It's actually pointing about where your mouse is, but not quite. Anyways, so you can see that they do indeed line up to that. And as we go through the other ones, most of them we use the same one, but when we get to the lightning beam, you see this is the two rays, just lines. Plasma beam, same thing. Energy beam, same thing, has that. And then the flamethrower has that as well. But the rest do not. So as long as they don't have an override, it reverts back to the default one. This one I was working on. So this one, you see this error here. Missile 1 has the physics velocity active overlay trajectory behavior set, but doesn't have the spawn behavior. This is supposed to be like showcasing a specific trajectory for a specific spawner. So you can do that too, but I haven't set that up. So there was that error, which throws on purpose because I want people to know. Oh, that was weird. I want people to know that something's up. So there you go. That's what I was working on. But I think, what was it? I was missing something. I realized, I think this morning, like in the shower or something, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't set that up yet. Now I can't remember what it was. Let's see. Was it one of these? Projectile data. Spawn behavior. Oh, yes, behaviors. Oh, I did set it up. Never mind. For some reason, I thought that I hadn't set this up. Maybe I had just woken up. I was confused. But yeah. Oh, I remember. No, I remember. I was going to change this so that you could also search by the type. So, like, there's different behavior types. There's, collision behaviors, destroy behaviors. There's also generic ones that are nothing, just a projectile general behavior. But I was going to make these have their types. I guess you don't necessarily need that. Would that be helpful or not? Because you can always search for destroy, and then you'll get all the destroy ones. If they're just named, if you want one that spawns something, you can search for spawn and see all the different ones that spawn something. And you just add them, and then they show up. You can delete them, and they disappear. Make copies, expand them. I like this whole icon thing. I think I should use this more often. And this is a new thing, being able to expose these, and also exposing the well, they're supposed to have tooltips show up too. Do none of these have tooltips? The tooltips are supposed to show up here too if they have tooltips on the actual fields, but the headers and doing all that is cool stuff I've never done before. So that's that. So actually that update the thing I meant to do, I'm not going to actually do. There's more to do here, of course, though. Trajectory, I need to keep fleshing out the trajectory. I redid the whole trajectory system. I abandoned it knowing I'd come back to it, and now I'm coming back to it. But there's more to do on the Discord. On the Discord, there is messages from people who need support, and so I'm going to do that. Let's look at these. It's been GDC. Thanks, Chris. I think the custom inspectors always make it a little bit more snazzy, but also for a system that's fairly complicated. I mean, it's not actually that complicated. It's just behaviors. But separating the things out into you know, these tabs instead of one long inspector that just has everything. I personally think that's better. And also having the whole hide thing, so you can, one of the options actually I'm going to put here is the ability to hide these, so that you can even hide the details once you know what everything is. Those will be hidden to make it even more clean. Yeah, so hopefully, like I could even hide this and make this just disappear with the toggle. Just to have less stuff. And then hopefully this makes sense too, where you can see the bigger titles and understand what's going on, because these are the behaviors that control the missile too. And if you look at it, like, hopefully the details here destroys the projectile after a certain number of hits. Then you can, if you really want to, you can look at it and be like, oh, max hits 1. So 1 hit. This one, the behavior spawns an object at the collision point. What does it spawn? The missile impact. Great. This movement behavior makes the projectile follow the target after an optional delay. And I named it delay 0.6, but you can see that. Oh. Why can't you see that? Why can't you see that? Did I forget to expose it? Show in. Yes, I did forget to expose it. Look at that. Yeah, good thing we're doing this stream. This is my custom attribute. And luckily the AI fills out stuff for me, so I don't have to do as much work. So that's nice. Look at that. It's doing tooltips for everything too. It's just doing it. I can talk to you while it's doing work. It's like driving a self-driving car in the future. I've been working on a back button because I keep getting annoyed that I have to go back and I have to navigate to where, and I don't even remember what thing we were looking at. It was one of these, but I can't remember which one now. This one, missile 2. All right, so now these are exposed, as you can see. So now you can see 0.6. So you can't change the name though. I think that's a little overkill. You can always just select the object in scriptable object and change the name. But now that you can expose this, I don't, naming it with that is nice because there could be many home in targets. In fact, there are a few. Delay 0.6, delay 3, delay 5. Yeah. So then this behavior adds force to the object hit by the projectile. And it's adding 75 force. Again, you can look at it and see how it's, whether it's explosive force, and all that. Area damage on collision. Behavior causes damage to all actors within a collision area. This is very specific to this demo scene because how you do damage is entirely up to you. So this is like a demo one. Finds new target, random, 50 meters, 50 attempts. No fields to display. That's not right. Let's expose those. Which one? Find new target. I have to go through all these and do this because this is a new thing. But luckily the AI does a lot of it for me. It's kind of nice actually. You just have to make sure it's doing. Sometimes it says the wrong thing, but usually it kind of says the right thing. Oops. A lot less typing for me now. Oops. There it is. Other options. When true, the projectile is collision on the projectile, otherwise we use custom. Ooh, this shouldn't be true by default, right? Use projectile collision mask. False. That should be false by default. Let's just check that. Check the logic. Collision mask. Use projectile. Oh, interesting. We should revert this. Use custom collision mask. I think in the other ones I say use custom collision mask, and I want that to be false. So let's invert these. There we go. we want to use the projectile's collision mask, which is really the projectile spawner's collision mask. Let's just check this. Yeah, so there we go. We should do that. Use the property, because the property will find if the projectile itself is overriding collision mask. That's the phrase we use. Otherwise, we use the projectile spawner's collision mask. So that's what we need to do. This well, override collision mask will be the new phrase. Don't need those now. There we go. That should be better. I might have to change a few things. Everything's gonna have to be tested. I still need to add comments to all of these and stuff too. But all right, going back to the Unity. Now having to find this thing. I had a half of a back button system working. There we go. These are all exposed now. There. That's nice. There you go. Anyways, so that's all that. That's all that. That's all that. Anyways, I got sidetracked again. I was looking at what Alex here has said. Alex says, okay, when they reordered the register displayable inventory with the repository and the two lines beneath it above, base action, it did register the input. That makes me think nothing happened under. It's happening either, but then I don't know. He moved the lines. Oh my God, it works. Interesting. He's got this other debug log, and he's saying he doesn't know if anything after that is working, so I'm wondering if that triggered. I'm hesitant to make changes just based on this. I'd really want to understand the issue before I make changes. And this was one where I believe I wasn't able to replicate it. Excellent. Take random. Yeah, I've got all these custom stuff in there. Namespace bug. Uh-oh. It knocked out my original message to reposting. Well, that's annoying. I filled out a bug report with GSpawn and was told there's an issue with my namespacing. Really? Where do I... So here's my initial thing. So, hi, Chris. So let's see. Free action on the story like is a selection history, so you can go to something you select. Oh, I should check that out. Yeah, that's why I want just a back button. You know, it's like undo, but not actually undoing it. That was my next step, is to figure out if I could just hack into the undo system and use that without undoing, just going to those locations without undoing. Anyway, so we both defined layer field. I have a custom thing called layer field in my Infinity scripts, but I'm going to have to load up that project. It is the Assator Projects project, which is what I use to upload my shared scripts, which I need to make sure I don't do that again until I update to the latest stuff in the game modules, because that has some updates. It's very difficult to keep all these organized because they all use shared scripts, because you don't want to each one have their own utilities or whatever, right? But then I make updates because I do it all the time. I'm constantly making updates, and that's good. But it also means that over time things go astray. And this project always has this bug on the apply active color space. Not always, but oftentimes it will just stop loading on that phase. So whatever is going on in that phase. And I've updated to a different editor version, and it still happened, but it doesn't always happen, obviously, because it's not happening now. Still working on updates for the human. Looking maybe pivot a little bit, but we'll see. There's some cool potential opportunities. So this is going to be the Infinity editor, probably, I think. New window. And layer field. Where's layer field? Let's see. If it's not here, then where is it? Might be old. That could be the issue. Because my stuff is all in namespaces now, but in the long past it wasn't. But this means that neither of us stuff are in the namespaces, because that means their stuff isn't as well. When both are present in the project, I get this error. Gspawn, 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 gspawn. To replicate, import gspawn and the support files in the same project. I don't think this... Is this me? Layerfield.cs. Let's find out. Oh, it is me. What is this? Why is this used? Layer field property drawer. Oh, yeah. I do use this now. This is a newer thing, actually. Please use namespaces. Oops. I think I was under the impression that these don't use namespaces, property attributes, but I guess they could. Let's see, namespace, Infinity PBR. All right, and then this one has to be namespace, Infinity PBR. But it does imply that maybe theirs is also not in a namespace, because if they're both not in a namespace, you get the error. But if they're not both in a namespace, then you wouldn't get the error. All right, we're gonna, while I'm thinking about it, I need to bring in the latest game modules. Whoops, not asset store. Everyone knows it's been moved. Maybe we'll come back one day. Package manager. We're gonna go to game modules 4. Game modules 4. Game modules 4. It's very slow. It's super slow. Why is it so slow? Game modules 4. Can I start searching before it's done? I should eat food. Phone. What is it? Spam? Probably. I don't even know this area code. Scam likely. 929 area code. Download. That's not the right one. This one. Update. One day, it would be nice to just do game dev all day long, every day. I like my job enough, but it would be neat to just make game stuff all day, every day. All right, so we're going to import, but we're not going to import everything. Never do that. Always pay attention to what you're importing. But we are going to import... Wait a minute. Infinity Editor is what we've updated. But usually it will give you a little recycle symbol showing that it's going to override it. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, Infinity Editor. Oh. Wait a minute. Don't these use the editor? Infinity Editor. Oh, that was just confusing. Okay. Yeah, indeed. All right, so we're going to import those 3 because they should be the most recent ones. Didn't look like it imported it, though, did it? It didn't look like it imported it at all. Let's see. A little preview of a test we were doing for potential updates to the human, but it's all pink. Pink, 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 pink. I have a question for those of you who are listening. Is there a, like, you can get custom humans done and it will cost you tens of thousands of dollars. I know from experience, and it sucks. It's very expensive. You can get, stuff from like Real Illusion where the whole system will cost you $1,000+ easily for the software plus all the models and the right licenses, and then you add the gear and all that. Thousands probably, 1,000 minimum. Or you could get from me, which is like a couple $100 if you buy all in, right? $300 for the character complete, $350 or whatever it is, less when it's on sale. What's the, with this update, there's a chance that it might be more expensive if we use a different system that requires you to pay more, not because of me, but because of the system. And that would go to another third party that has a system in place. Is that okay? I don't like raising prices. Not needed, but I'm just kind of trying to get the better humans in the right workflow and the easy workflow that gives people the customization that I need and that I think you need too. I'm making decisions for you. But yeah, that's it. Either way, the update's probably going to have an update feed, probably minimal for most people. But that's just because it's freaking expensive. It's very expensive. Anyways, where's game modules now? Game modules 4. I just want to confirm that the Infinity editor, because I did update it, but I don't think I updated it here. Unless I did. Where was I? I was updating it. Okay. What are we doing here? All right, so we have these. See, these are the two. They should be matchy-matchy. They aren't. I mean, they're already not, because this one has this up here and that one doesn't. How many rows? A whole lot of rows. I just throw shit in here, basically. It's not super organized. This one has 50 more rows. So let's update it. While we're here, let's look at Infinity extensions too. 301, 301. So these match. All right. There shouldn't be any issue now. Okay. Does this one have layer field? No. Forget why I did a layer field. Something has a custom layer field, basically. And I wanted to make that, so I did it. With a little help from my friend, the AI. All right, so we can fix this. I have to remove these packages from the thing. And once this is empty, it should just be the support file. So now this is basically the support files. It's all the shared scripts that any of the packs generally use. So let's go to the asset store, publisher.unity.com, look for published support. Create new draft. Licenses should, yeah, like you might have to get third-party software, basically. Where I'm talking to a very nice guy, someone on the Discord, who's been doing some really amazing work, and I'm not shy to say that he's pointed out. Hold on, let me do this before I get sidetracked. 4.2.13 fixed a namespace issue with layer field. All right. Save. And then I'm not going to update it yet just in case there's more to fix. But I will go to him and say, thanks, will be fixed in the next update later today. All right. So he's been posting these wonderful things. Where is it? And it's been like, it blew my mind. So we've been talking. because as I've been not shy, where did he put it? Here we go. So as I've been not shy about the new human and how I want customization and all these other things, I'm not beholden to doing my own entirely custom system, because the goal is to get the product out, right? I want it for me, and I want it for you. So he has been learning how to import these into Real Illusion. So this is the original. It's hard to see them side by side. So this is the original. There's some eye issue there, but with the hair that's relatively crappy, the skin's fine, but everything, the eyes and the hair are really just not the best. And then this is the Real Illusion one, and you can see the difference there. Kind of. Let me see. If I take a screenshot, can I blow that up? Yeah. So we can see you can see the resemblance. It's the same face. Basically, he's been porting the characters into Real Illusion, and then once it's in Real Illusion, you've got all of the power of Real Illusion Character Creator, which includes you can buy other hair, you can buy other wardrobe, you can morph the body into any shape you want, you can make dwarves and all that other stuff. But in order to do that, you would have to have Real Illusion Character Creator, which costs money, a couple $100, maybe $300, $200, something like that. And you would have to buy this from their store. Now, since this is a third party doing it, he would probably be managing all that. And so you would have to buy it from them. The alternative, or the addition to that, is potentially we could export a character from Real Illusion that, if all of the content is from me, basically I own, so I couldn't use third-party hair, essentially. I could use my own hair that we already have. But if all the content is from me, if it gets rigged, etc. in Real Illusion, then we export, then I could, I think, sell that on the asset store and have my own system as you're already used to. Update that system. It's in need of an update anyways. And then we'd have the higher quality humans customizable in Unity Asset Store for you to use as a one-time fee, a one-time payment. But once we have that set up, I could more easily create new humans, have those set up in the same system, and make new wardrobe and stuff. Because I'd be love to make more wardrobe, but we need a new human base before doing that. So those are the two things. So it could be, if it works out the way it's in my head, there could be two options essentially. One, you purchase a la carte from the asset store as you do now. You get what you get, which is, a customizable character. That's great. Two, you can then also buy the one on Real Illusion and do even more customizations, get third-party content to go on it, the clothing, the hair, all the other stuff. But that would be through the Real Illusion marketplace, not through the asset store. So they would be two separate products. It was not even the basic pro, not to mention, I wouldn't call it basic just because I don't want people to think like it's a basic character, because it would be the most robust character creator on the asset store by far. I think it probably is still to this day, but it needs an update. It's just character creators are hard, as those who have tried to do it have learned. So that's what we're looking at. I got a message from right here. I'm not going to read it live, but yeah. So this is another comparison. This is the one from Infinity. This is the one imported. He has fixed the issue where these fangs are not coming out, but you can see it's still, again, the same character, same face, slightly different, but it's the same, same person in the end. So, yep, Deluxe and Ultimate, yeah, the Pro and the Pro Plus, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully it'll work out. He's doing some stuff. I'm talking to him. I'd love to bring him on as a partner in it. Otherwise, I did meet at GDC to prove that my time there was valuable. I did meet another master publisher, actually, who has a lot more experience in Unreal, and I reached out to them and said, hey, are you interested in finishing these new humans? I don't know if they're set up properly for Unreal, but they're supposed to be. But the original people who did them are trying to try and make me pay way more than they originally planned. And that annoys me because I think people think, based on where I live, that I'm rich. Hello, Jihad. And I'm not. I'm doing well. That's for sure. First world problems, can't complain. But I think people see San Francisco and assume that I must be making $1 million a year or something. And that's very far from the truth by multipliers. So they try to charge me more money, I think, than they really should be. Anyways. All right, next thing is Mushroom Monster. Yay. Everyone loves the Mushroom. Oh, Unreal Engine. Oh, yeah. And I can't find all the additional stuff. They're not in that one. Unfortunately, the Unreal Marketplace doesn't have the bonus stuff. However, please send me an email with the title from Discord so I don't miss it, and include your receipt or screenshot, etc. from the marketplace, and I'll get you the bonus files on the asset store. I'm wondering if the Mushroom Monster used to have has text. Yay! I'm rich. If I was rich, I would make character creators and then make it for free, because I just want to make games and see other people make cool games, right? That's what I would do if I was rich, but I'm not. So I need to pay back the money I spend. But it is first world problems. The fact that I even able to invest in characters and stuff, although last year I wasn't, but that most years I'm able to invest in characters and stuff. First world problem. First world problems. There you go. But I think maybe the Mushroom Monster is one of the first on the Unreal Marketplace. I'd have to check, but it might have copy in the description that says there's extra stuff, which there isn't. It's on the asset store. But the Unreal Marketplace doesn't have the bonus files. You know, this is why I think I have a theory, because you know these companies, these tech companies and stuff, the people at the top, they're rich already. They are so rich that they'll never not be rich, right? As long as they don't go to Vegas and blow it all, they'll never not be rich. But they stay at the job and gain paid way more than everybody else does. And I have a theory that somehow these people know each other and know that, yes, I love money, but I also love power and all the other stuff. And they know that they're not going to leave the company if they get paid that much, because I would leave. You give me $5 million, I'm out. I'm done. You know, maybe $5 million I'd still have to charge for stuff because I don't want to lose that money. And $5 million in California will keep me good for the rest of my life, but as long as I'm very smart about it. But you give me enough money, I'm out of the company, you know? But these other people, you give them more money and they stay in. And they're going to stay in regardless, and they're rich already. So that's my theory. I have a theory about that. That's the theory. All right, let's see. Which one first? Let's do this one first. Ambiguous calls. Game 4, excellent. I like you the most. And you guys, don't worry. I like, you know. Yeah, 10 million, I would definitely do out the character stuff for free. That would be more than enough for me and my entire family to be done for the rest of my life. So I've imported the weapons armor pack. Yes. I think this is the person who, yep. Yes, so this is an issue with the shared files. When I make updates, they don't get pushed to all the packs. It takes about a week to update all of the packs. So I have the support files, which I do try to keep updated with the latest. That way, if you import this last, you'll see which files will be overwritten. Recycle symbol, and fix those issues. The old packs will overwrite new versions with the old versions. Best practice is when you you import anything from the asset store. Pay attention to the list of files and don't import anything that you don't want. Or if you see the recycle symbol, realize that the existing file will be overwritten. And support files, where are they? What did I just do? I thought I pressed a button. Yeah, pressed the wrong button. Asset store. What's going on in the asset store today? Oh, there's a sale. Oh, there's a sale, and you know, there's a couple PBR stuff on the sale right now. Let me send this, and then we'll come back to it. I don't think anyone's bought it yet, but the monster bundle, the collection, is on sale. It's $250 off. It's a huge 20 characters for $250. That's much lower than the normal price. But I want to look at new release discounts to see what's popular. Asset inventory 2. I met this guy once. Spline mesher. Spline curve geometry. Let's look at that real quick. Black boxing for prefabs. A lightning system. Ultimate terrain. I love the AI art. Bones assistant. Wire spray. Copy of Cinti's Studios. So we won't look at it because that's kind of annoying that they basically copy Cinti Studios' entire marketing image. Like, make your own marketing image. It's fine to make low poly content. You know, Cinti Studios doesn't have a copyright on the art style of low poly, but it's kind of annoying when people just copy the marketing, right? Third asset, a long press button. It's so small that I didn't think it's worth more than $5, but I charged $15 to qualify. Yeah, just don't lower the price. It's probably worth $15. But here's the big thing. If you get one person buying it for $15, that's better than 2 people buying it for $5. And I would argue it's better than 3 people buying it for $5 because of the support costs. 10 copies in the first day. There you go. So now you made a bunch of money. I don't know what this is. High performance web view for Windows. Okay, we're not going to look at that. But that's not very descriptive. Field of view toolkit. That's always helpful. League of stats. This publisher is Unreal. First. Scriptable object without pane. I don't know why I don't have pane with scriptable objects already. So. Protofactor. Sandworm. Quick sandworm. As opposed to the slow one. Masks. Lots of them. There's masks here too. Interesting. 2 mask things side by side. Hair. Do you trust all of these human things? I wonder, because so many of them seem like they're from character creator software, which is fine if they own the rights, but if you don't own the rights, ooh, that's pretty, then that's dangerous for your buyers. Oh, that's pretty. Wait, there was some clipping in that last demo. In the I wonder about that, like, so that part was the pretty part that I was like, ooh, I was impressed, but there's the clipping. So how you, there we go. Down. Whoops. Where is it? I want to pause. There. You see that. Right there. So I was impressed, but then this clipping makes me less impressed. Because it's saying snap geometry surface colliders, but not doing it. Third page. Long press. I didn't go to the third page. Long press button. Craft fill. Ah, I know what it is. See, these two help me understand what long press meant, because I didn't know what it meant. But craft and fill, now I understand. Oh, you hold it down for a long period of time. Parkour. Black box prefab encapsulation control overrides. Turn any prefab into a black box in 2 clicks. Hide its components and child game objects. No unwanted overrides in the scene anymore. I don't understand. Create prefab. All right. Add a black box component. So it just hides the children, basically, and components. I see. So it's kind of like a dummy fix because it's so easy to mess up. So if you're in prefab mode, you can change stuff. But if you're not, I see. And you can choose certain things to expose. I see. Yeah, it's a dummy mode. It's good for teams, I suppose, and for individuals who are going to make mistakes. Is this the Zero I know about who used to work at Unity? I don't know. I don't know his last name, but anyways. I see. That's cool. Oh, it is that Zero. It is that guy. He's nice. He's good. He knows what he's doing. So that one is a good one. Lightning system. All right. Modular samurai. So these are the ones where I just like the faces just look like they're from character creators, you know? And if they don't make the face themselves, then they don't have the rights to sell it. But I do wonder if people are kind of just ignoring those rules, you know? But I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they're faster than me. Maybe they do it themselves. If I could make it myself, I would be pumping stuff out left and right. Ultimate terrain. Modular non-destructive terrain. All right. There's a lot of terrain tools out there. Bones of systems. Display the hierarchy with options. Okay. It's one line of code. Hide flags equals whatever you want. Yeah. You were in a band in college? What'd you play? And was it really, or are you just making a joke? Characters do not sell better than tools. Well, it depends. Generally speaking, tools. Characters, a character publisher makes money with a lot of, well, that makes a lot of assets. A tools publisher makes money with one good asset. So, water. That's cool. Water's hard in games, you know? Now you just need something on the ground, though. What happened to wet stuff? Do you remember that? There used to be an asset called wet stuff. It's still there, but I think, is it still being updated? Let's see. Nope. It's been 3 years since it's been updated, so I'm guessing it might be abandoned. But this was a neat looking asset, right? Boom. Make everything pure wet. And it had drips and stuff. See all those drips? So I hope it's still supported, but a tool like this for 3 years, okay, still works. That's exactly what I was about to say. Something something that a tool like this seems like it's more likely to break in time, but still works despite Unity versions and times. Good. That's exactly what I wanted to know. I already have it. I purchased it a long time ago, but I haven't used it yet. But maybe I will soon. Field of view. This is neat. I've always been jealous of this editor script or an editor feature of showing the field of view, but that's neat. Is this so? This is runtime field of view. Interesting. Oh, that's a good use case. That's neat.
The field of view toolkit asset.
League of Stats. Balance the game yourself. Uh-huh. I'm confused, though. Shape your game like a pro. Design your unique experience with assets inspired by League of Legends stats system. Unlock creative control effortlessly. Is it a damage system, basically? It looks like a damage system. Game modules for. That's what I have to say. Yeah, it had that field of view one had some raycast information. All right, let's look at this asset. Long press by our friend Giro Entertainment. Oh, they already started. You need a mouse, sir. I can see because it's moving, but I don't know which one you're clicking on without waiting for the thing to do. So is this UI or is this more than UI? It is a clear purpose, that's for sure. Well, I'm glad you got 10 sales out of it. No reviews yet. Neat. Well, good job. You can make these bigger. You got a lot of empty space here. And you could fill it with more details. New yet familiar, integrated right into the engine. Button long press. Works with Text Mesh Pro, I imagine. Are they customizable? Can you customize them? Cool. All right, let's go back to this. No add dictionary key. Thanks a bunch. Fixed. That's the best kind when they say it works now. Just record a video. How to reproduce this? Oh, difficult one. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. He sent this right before I went to GDC. All right. Let's download the video because I ain't got time to fiddle with that. Let's see. Downloads. All right. All right. We go game modules, conditions. A and A1. Type is A. The object is A1. Add a dictionary, D1. D2. Reorder them. That works. Wait, where? Okay, and now we're creating A2 of condition. All right, wait. something is already wrong because there should be A1 in that list too. A2, yeah, because it has the wrong object type. Okay, but this is the problem. I've been struggling with this one because I can't replicate this. And I feel like there's something on their computer that's doing it, and I can't figure out, it's very difficult to figure out how. So weird conditions, you can see I've been testing this. See, proof positive that I've been testing it. Let's delete them all. So we're just going to delete all of our conditions. All right. Now we're on our conditions again. No conditions. So we're going to do A1 and A. Game modules, object conditions. Let's just go back and make sure that this is... Yep. All right. So we created it. And the object type is A. Object type is A. All right, so we go to types dictionaries. And we're going to add D1 and D2. Click up, click down. I'm like a pigeon trying to follow exactly, just in case there's some random bug that I'm just not aware of. All right, so we go back down here. Now we go to create, type in A2, A2, and in their video, their condition type is A, my condition type is A. Create, but see, it's already different. But I can't, mine's the same. This is the problem I'm facing here. I can't replicate this. And this slash, this backward slash is confusing me. Because it's not supposed to be that direction. And Storey, if you're still here, do you know why this backward slash, or is that frontward? I don't know which one's backward. That slash versus the other slash. Which one's backward, which one's forward? I don't know. They both go forward, right? See? It should be game module objects that, but this is somehow, his is taking in this backward, this opposite direction slash, and using that as the whole type. Basically, the way this works is it gets the type from the URL. Okay, but I'm still not sure why his is doing this and no one else's is. The actual pack is that slash, but it can't be used in string because it's an escape character, so you need to use double that to escape it using it, or use, if you want to include a in the string, you just use that. I use that for like N and R to go down rows. So I'm aware of it in general, but I'm just not sure why his path name comes out like that. And I mean, you say the actual path, it does use that slash, but nobody else has had this problem. That's the thing that gets me. Create, manage, create new. Let's look at the code. Choose a new type if we can create. See, this is the latest version. Final destination is location to save is Object types. New type is selected. If new type is selected, and we got a bug. Okay, if new type selected and object types doesn't contain it, we're making a new type. Use the location selected by the user, unless we already have this type. See, the save choose location is down here. What does his choose location say in that previous bit? Why was there no choose location? See that? Oh, because it's already... Yeah. Create an asset at game modules conditions A. All right, let me write some notes to this real quick while I'm following along step by step, but I get a different result when creating A2. Do you see after? Do you see this in the console? Both can be valid. Yeah, what do I do? So if I'm getting a path, so we got our selected type. We get the first one of that type because they could be, if someone moves it around, they could be in multiple places. So we just grab the first one, and if they move them around, that's on them. So we get a path to the first. This we get the asset database, get asset path. Relative path is this. And then the new path, relative path equals that, but replace the old value first name dot asset with the new value of nothing, and that's the path. So basically we're taking the path of the first one found, removing the last bit, which is the file name, and that should be the path. And that's what we're going to return. And that gets done here. Final destination. So, okay. So let's add some debugs for this user. Debug.log. Length is 0. We'll return save location. I'm just going to say copy and paste this and see what comes out. Debug.log. Path is relative path from first of type name. All right. Location to save. Wrong thing. Now I need to remember. Where's my Discord? Down here. Here's an update to location to save. A method on game modules utility with some debugs. I've hit a character limit. Whoops. That's not what I wanted to do. Can you replace that method with these and see what the debugs say? I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know if I'm looking. This is why it's so helpful if I could actually replicate it. Where's his video again? We never actually finished watching the video either. I got sidetracked. Let's see. So already, when it creates it, the object type is this weird thing. Why is the object type that weird thing? That's confusing too. Let's go back. Game modules, new type. New object type, which was A in their view. Why would it be changed to that weird one? Let's see. New object type is create assets, location to save, new type name. Debug.log about to create. Okay. Oh yeah. This this is just shows you when I made it, or what does it show you? That I maybe is expected to do more later and then never refactored it. I have no idea. Most of my things are inverted though. I invert all the time. See? See? Just not that one. But I'm not going to change it now because I don't want to change it without changing everything, you know? All right, so that's that. I want to help this person out, but man, I can't figure out what's going on with this one. Okay, we'll quit that. But we will update from this one before I forget. Store uploader, refresh. Support files, browse. Infinity PBR. Magic Peak Games. Upload that. All right. Give me 1 second. I gotta go talk to somebody. I will be right back. I'm gonna mute myself. Welcome back, me. All right, so that got updated. Good. Quit that. Go back here, push the button, make sure it got updated. I should actually add one more note here too, actually. We're gonna say updated Infinity editor.cs. Save. Make sure it got updated. Submit. All right. Yeah. All right. What happened while I was gone? That was a AI. It was the Cinti one, so I made a low poly pig. See? Both. That's what I'm working on. Both. Tech a day, a 9 to 9. I had to get to the tech support because I didn't want to keep people waiting that long. And I think it all. Oh, see, this gets me. I've missed support things before because it doesn't show up here in this list for some reason, but it does show up there as unread. So let me make sure I'm not missing any others. Okay, so it's just this one that I would definitely have missed. Been unable to solve how to use a morphine in the weapons pack. Tried to use a mesh render and skin mesh render. Attempt to follow the closest tutorials. An old post from someone before saying the same problem. The response to the feature no longer works. Is there a solution? Not all of the weapons have mesh morphing, but if we load up that project, which I might need to find, I need weapons and armor. 10 months ago, new editor version installs. We'll do 2021.3. Open with that. Weapons armor 1 v2 means something. I'm not sure what it means. We'll see how long it takes to import. There are a lot of files like textures in this one, but yeah, not all of the weapons have mesh morphing because a lot of them were made before we did mesh morphing. So I need to check this one specifically. Let's see. I'm opening the project right now to check some weapons and armor were done before we did mesh morphing, so don't have blend shapes. If it's a skinned mesh renderer, then it should. Otherwise, it would not. Only skinned mesh renderers have blend shapes. Now it's doing all this stuff, importing. And then a lot of the weapons I've actually exported meshes of various versions because generally speaking, you're not going to change a weapon live in the game. What are we doing here? What's going on? What's our layout like this doing? Clear. Okay. Swords. Is this the right package, first of all? It doesn't look like it is because... Oh, wait, yeah, it is. Yes, okay. Pack 1 and pack 2. Swords. Sword 4, probably in pack 1. Sword 4. Sword 4. Prefab. Let's bring this in. Where is it? Why isn't it showing up? What's going on? No mesh. What? What I say? Why is there no mesh? Why? This is freaking. I guarantee you there was a mesh before, by the way, attached to it. Now it's just gotten lost. All right. We will fix it. And all the materials are missing too. Did that happen to all of these? God damn it. It did. Let's see. How frustrating. You wanted a low poly pig? I really should make a magic pig, a pig with a wizard hat that people can use. I really want to make a humanoid test dummy, like a scarecrow or something, or one of those medieval like sword practicing dummies that is a humanoid character, so it actually walks around, and make it just free and use it as my default like character and things. But I need the new humanoid system before I do that because it needs to work with that. All right, let's get the last update from a couple years ago. Did I click it? I think I clicked it. There it is. And this one also updated a couple years ago. They don't need any updates in theory, but now apparently they do. All right, fairly fast download. Fairly fast. Oh, I'm hoping that this just fixes the references to the materials and meshes. And then we can move on with the support requests. Not many people buy these packs, by the way. It's I think they're ultimately just buried now in the mess of things or something. Are they? I actually don't know. I haven't even looked for props in a while myself. 3D props. And it's more than that. 3D props weapons. There's 3,000 packages of weapons. Oh, here we go. Yeah, maybe it's just they're too expensive or something. I don't know. I don't think they're too expensive. And these ones are even more expensive and not configurable. Don't come with the Substance Painter files. Not all of mine do either, by the way. That's only one of the 2 packs, though. Oh, well. Taffy's still in the store? There's the other one. Somebody did get confused by customize everything. They said, I can't customize everything. But that's just like the marketing line. All right. What are we going to import? It's importing brand new prefabs. Not going to import any of the demo scripts. Is this not the right package? Update root bone and bounds. Let's search for that to find. Update root bone and bounds. Name contains that. Where are these? Legend of the Stones and Astor Park. Oh. Cancel. I'm in the wrong project. I should delete this project. Don't save. That explains that. It's in the project Asset Store Projects. Move that. Asset Store Projects. Armor Packs 2020 LTS. This makes more sense. What's this? You know the AI is coming for your 3D props, right? It won't be long now. Won't be long now. They're coming for you. All right. This makes more sense. Prefabs. Sword 4. Ah, visible. Okay. So, Sword 4. I don't think this has... Yeah, so Sword 4 doesn't have any mesh morphing. Yep. Let's see. Oh, so currently we've got the weapons, armor, clothing. Okay. Weapons, armor 2, prefabs, weapons and armor. Okay, but I'm going to show an example of one way to do it manually, because you don't have to, for these ones, you don't really have to use the blend shapes manager. You can if you want, but each one of these has its own thing. You can just modify that. Like, I still don't understand why Apple hid this menu with this button. It makes no sense. Just put the menu up there. A lot of people won't even know that this option exists because you hid the menu, you know? Stupid Apple. All right. It's not overkill necessarily. These objects don't generally have too many options. So if you select the mesh, you can just modify the shape directly. But there should be a custom thing. If I make a duplicate of this, a static, we'll call it, there should be... Was there not? I used to have an equip or export. Save as mesh or something like that. Do I not have that? Save as mesh. No? I used to have a save as mesh option, which would let you just save the object as a mesh, basically. Now I'm debating. Yeah, that one is a little bit of a saw. It's supposed to be animated. I'm hesitant to press play because I'm afraid it won't work, but it should be animated. Yeah, there it is. So. See? Little things moving. I think it's a little impractical. Plus, where's its power source? But, you know, those are technicalities. So now I'm debating, do I want to create a script? I swear I used to have one called save as mesh. Save as mesh. Name contains save as mesh. Save mesh. No? Oh, save object as mesh.cs. It's very old because it has the phrase SFB in front of it. The most recent one is actually from just a year ago. In Legend of the Stones, May 22nd. Game modules 4. All right, so the latest version is this version. So let's just bring this into equipment system scripts. You can see, so you can tell the last time I was working on this, Jason Storey was helping me out because I have my numeral extensions from Jason Storey. He was so kind to teach me a lesson. So this needs to be updated or something. Okay, I don't want to do that right now. Maybe I'll make a new one day. It did a few things. It saved it as mesh, but it also removed some components and stuff. And it was throwing a fit because one of those components that it removed has been updated. So save object as mesh. Is there something that's just save object as mesh? Did I make an update? Nope. It's all SFB. The first version I have on this computer, though, is from 2017. So, Book of the Dead Photo Project new. So there you go. Don't save. Okay. The AI can probably write a script that exports the mesh really fast. It was something that took me a lot of work back in the day, but the AI has taken over. So, back to projectiles. The trajectory stuff is what I was working on. I have not done all the trajectories. What trajectories have I made work? I think just a few of them. The physics velocity active overlay is used for arrows. And that's used in the basic demo scene. So maybe it's time to go back to the basic demo scene. Let's see. Scenes. There's a lot is going to be broken here. And let's change this to factory. I think a lot will be broken. Let's just see what happens. Yep. So a lot's broken. Or a fair amount. Nothing's okay. The movement's working. The look is not working. And that's not working. All right. Oh, I haven't set up the spawn points. So that makes sense. All right. Let me look at see if we can quickly get it working. Spawn points, one spawn point. It's going to be spawn position. The barrel will be the tilt, and the demo player will be the rotation, I believe. Spawn point manager. We don't need one. Right? And then default trajectory behavior. We'll do the hit preview overlay. Show trajectory without projectile. Always log to console. Sure. Collision mask is going to be default and actor. Target position. All right. Save that. Let's see if this works now. Okay. The rotation is not working. And the projectile got spawned, but isn't moving. No. Is anything going to move? Okay. Everything got busted because I updated scripts. That's the point, I suppose. First of all, why isn't it looking? Why isn't it looking in the right place? What is the look code? Where is the look code? Simple movement. I don't think we have the rotation there. I swear it should be here. All right. It's not the demo actor. Not the spawner. Look at mouse position 3D world view. Maybe this just got removed. Horizontal transform. Where are these? Oh, yeah. For the horizontal is this. I don't know if this is the right script, actually. No. Let's see. Or maybe I just need nothing here. Let's see. Nope. Were my other settings off? Nope. Those are all fine. Simple look at? No. That's just looking. Oh. No. I was able to move around. Look at mouse position in 3D world. I feel like if I only have the horizontal transform selected, then it should work. Handle horizontal rotation. Target. Target position. Position Y. Target rotation Y. Debug.log. Handling horizontal. All right. I'm supposed to go put concrete on this planter box I've been making, where the first concrete didn't work so well. Oh, I've got this issue. If vertical Yep, there you go. Thank you, AI. I've been building this planter, and I did put concrete on the outside, but it wasn't the best one. My friend says it looks good, and this guy who came over to fix some other stuff said it looked good. But there's still some parts that obviously aren't good, so I bought more concrete. I want to put another thin layer on top, try to fix that before I paint it. So I'm supposed to do that today, too, before I have to go back to work tomorrow and all that. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so we're able to move around now and face the mouse. This is just AWSD to go left, right, forward, back, and then just turn. So you don't actually walk towards the mouse. Maybe you should. What do you think? Should you walk towards the mouse? Yeah, let's change that. Simple movement. What's move relative to? What happens if we move relative to? Did I already do this and forget? It's possible. If I make it relative to itself, does that mean it moves forward relative to itself? Oh, it does. Ah, okay. Interesting. So it's a little wonky because it's going to stay looking at the mouse position, but moving relative to itself. So it's almost like a click to move, but I'm just holding the forward button, and you can go back relative. But that's neat because then I can just do this and rotate around myself. It's a little weird though. It's fine. All right. Now, why aren't these moving? Do they not have the behavior set? They have no behaviors. That's why. All right, let's look at our prefabs, projectiles. Projectiles. Start with the magic missile. Projectile data. Speed 10. Spawn behavior 1 shot. Modifications none. Behaviors. So we need our move forward, and we need destroy on destroy after 3 hits with red explosion. That's what we did before. All right, press play. There we go. Oh, nope. We also had, it was not move forward that we had home in on target. Home in on target. There we go. And let's make sure I did put for the right layer mask, right? Projectile spawner, layer mask default actor, yes. And just to confirm, all these are projectiles. Make sure that's true. Make sure this is a actor. It is. All right, there we go. It's not doing a... Well, it keeps hitting. Okay, let's see. Am I missing another behavior? Magic missile, destroy after 3 hits. Max hits. Destroy delay 0. Do destroy. Debug.log. Do destroy. If it has been destroyed, then we return. Oh, well, this could be why. That would explain that. That order looked like it was off. I wonder when that happened. I think that was the issue. Let's find out. 1, null reference. 2, 3, do destroy. Okay, it did destroy. That's good. What's this null reference? Projectile demo actor, demo scene instance, add damage. Let's see if that pops up again. I don't know if that will pop up again. But on our magic missile, we also want another behavior called spawn or on hit. Basic got hit particle. Collision behavior doesn't yet have an internal string. It should have an internal string. Let's fix that. Handles collision for this isn't the right one. Because it doesn't even have a thing to create. This must be old. I probably moved this to a different one. Create. We gotta change all these to be the factory. Collision behavior. Spawn object on trigger or collision. And this is going to be basic got basic, or we're going to call this demo got hit particle. All right. And what are we going to do? Object to spawn got hit. What is our object to spawn? Probably have it in here. Simple hit particle. There we go. Demo got hit particle. That. Okay. Delete that one. Okay. Save the prefab. Okay. Press play. Okay. 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 Oh. But now it's not homing in on the target. Oh, was I an idiot? I was an idiot. Yeah, somehow. Okay, I don't know what happened. But that's okay. It's going to home in on target now. It's not doing the hit. It's getting a null reference. Demo actor. Demo scene, instance, add damage. Why is the demo scene instance not working? Demo scene. Do I not have... What is this demo scene that we speak of? Demo scene. Is it not in the thing? Demo scene. Isn't in the thing. All right, so I guess we'll just create demo scene. Will that solve it? Oh, there it is. That solved it. There you go. All right, so now it's doing all that stuff. But I actually, when I was looking at that, I realized I should fix a thing. This was the very first destroy on trigger. This one was the very first thing with the 3 hits thing for behavior. So this is actually a destroy behavior. Max hits. And do destroy. Oh, I see. So it's basically saying, hey, when you're asked to destroy yourself, don't. Instead, do a new hit. But that seems like the logic should be moved to the collision, in my opinion. Oh, but we do destroy and trigger a collision. What is that? And this one's very commonly used. Okay, so I guess that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't see the red explosion, though. Right? Destroy after 3 hits with red explosion. And that's because I moved that away. So we're going to say 3 hits. And now we want the red explosion to happen on the 3rd hit. Because if we look at the magic missile, we're going to destroy after 3 hits. Demo got hit particle. So whenever it gets hit, we're going to do it that got hit. But we need another spawn on destroy. So spawn. So I think what we'll do is make a copy of this one. Just duplicate this one. So spawn red explosion after 3 hits. And nope, that's not what we want. I'm going to copy the name though, so I don't have to type it again. Delete that. Create destroy behavior, spawn object on destroy. That's the one we want. And it's going to be red explosion. I don't know. It needs to be my demo one. Where is my demo one? Big red hit particle. All right. Why is that up there? Let's fix that issue first. That shouldn't be like that. So me close tabs and group. Close our friendly AI. Whoa. Close all these other windows. All right, so this is the behavior editor. Behavior editor. Let's see. Internal description. That's right here. It word wraps, as we can see, but it gets cut off. So maybe start vertical and end vertical. Let's see if that works. Nope. Display the icon. Start vertical. It's not filling up the space. That's annoying. It's also going above. That's also weird. Oh, weird. Turns out there's just a weird thing that if that goes down, then that moves up. We're just at the exact width where that matters. Otherwise, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. Interesting. All right, well, that's a Unity thing then. I'm going to ignore that. All right, so spawn object on destroy doesn't have... It doesn't have the number of hits thing. So, I suppose it does make sense to move the hit counter to a collision behavior. Because otherwise we just have to add hit counters to everything, and that doesn't make sense. So what we can do is make a new collision behavior. It doesn't really matter which one we... Well, not this one. We don't want to bring that one in anymore. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which one. We'll do a new collision behavior. We can call this trigger destroy after variable hits. Trigger destroy after variable hits. And collision behavior trigger destroy after variable hits. We'll update that soon. Make this one just gear. Max hits. Yep. Tooltip. All right. And then it's really just these two that we need here. Trigger hit. Trigger hit. Yes, we do actually want to create that, but I also want to make this an expression. Ugh. Expression body. Expression body. Why is it? Probably missing hotkeys. All right. So trigger hit, trigger hit. We need a private variable to hold hits. Private int hits. Oops. Hit. Int. Hit count. All right. Hit count plus equals 1. Trigger destroy. Thank you. And one other thing, public override void on launch. Hit count equals 0, just to reset it, basically. And then we'll just do this. Give us a new description. All right. I'm gonna have to do a lot of cleanup on these behaviors for the there's a bunch that just need to be destroyed or removed or modified. So collision behavior, we're going to create projectile system collision behavior. These aren't organized by... Oh, I need to move it. I'm looking for it, and it's not. It needs to be moved to its own Trigger destroy. My stomach is growling. I haven't eaten today. And I was going to do a short stream and it ended up being a long stream. All right. Should figure out how to get these organized by name. Collision behavior. Trigger destroy after variable hits. Trigger destroy after 3 hits. We'll make this max hits 3. And let's add a header here so that it's separated out. Header hit count. There you go. And then we're going to add this to our magic missile instead. Trigger destroy after 3 hits. And so now the destroy after 3 hits doesn't make sense. So we're going to remove it and instead just do a destroy, which is just simple destroy. Simple destroy, I think. Yeah. And it's going to be 1 hit. But the thing is that we also now need to update the code. But let me just make sure this works. 1. Nope. 1. It shouldn't be doing 1. Let's see. What does simple destroy do? Destroy on trigger or collision. Okay. So I want to remove the number of hits from this, basically, because now we have a hit counter. But, shoot. This actually is a good one. Do we not need the hit counter one now? The problem is with this is that we are doing the do destroy. And this gets called, when do we call this? Oh, collision enter. Oh, duh. I should have just, yeah, that's fine. I should just move this up here. Okay, so we can keep this because that's fine if you want to combine the two, I guess. So we'll keep it, but let's just play now. See. All right, but simple destroy should not be this. It should be called something different. Destroy on collision. Destroy on collision. I spelled collision wrong. Did I? I don't know how to spell collision. Yeah, okay, I guess I spelled it right. So that's 1 hit. So simple destroy would actually just be this. Remove object, do destroy. So we're going to allow this to be created as a simple destroy. And it does have a thing here. when do destroy is called. Note, this does not directly call do destroy. Another behavior will need to do that. Just in case. Just in case. It's also the base class for all the other destroys. All right, so now let's go back and create a new simple destroy. Create folder destroy, simple destroy, simple destroy. There you go. There it is. And so now with our magic missile, we do not destroy on collision. We instead do simple destroy. And then this will trigger the destroy after 3 hits, and then simple destroy will do that. We're homing on target, and demo got hit particle. We will spawn every time we get hit a particle. And we didn't do the big red one, but that's okay. Let's do that in a bit. 1 turn radius is the 2, 3. Okay. The target needs to move faster. Why isn't it moving faster? Max speed 5. We'll do 5. All right. And the other one was the red button. Red. Spawn after 3 hits. Why was it after 3 hits? Yeah, this is just spawn on destroy. Spawn red explosion on destroy. And I should be smarter in calling all these demo so that it's easy to search for demo. All right, that should be good. There we go. Now we've moved that got hit from the destroy. So that destroy with the red one, there it is, it was red, won't happen until the 3rd hit. There we go. All right. So I'm going to call this a stream because I got to eat some food. But thanks for hanging out with me. There's a lot more to go on with this. The other demo scenes are much more exciting. I still have to make the camera shake on this one and all this other stuff. So there's more to do cleaning this up. But we're almost done. Almost done where this is releasable. Got to do more work on the trajectories and stuff like that. That's why I came into... Oh, yeah, that is why I came into this one. Because I was going to show the arrow one. The arrow... yeah, none of these have... Oh, this one has some logic. Okay. It's not colliding. This is the arrow. So the arrow has some extra logic on it to make it why is this suddenly now going over there? It wasn't doing that before. To make it aim and have some inaccuracy. And so yeah, so there was just some extra stuff basically. Yeah, you saw it quickly aim at it. A behavior that basically, or a spawn modification behavior that says if it's within a certain angle of the target, kind of ease it in a little bit so that is more likely to hit. So there's some other logic I need to go for that. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. Have a great day. I hope to see you again real soon.